Welcome, Journey to the Summit with Marlee-I Mystic. So glad you could join me this evening. Doing things a little bit different today. I usually do my video blogs in the morning right after meditation, but today was Saturday, the 29th, and it was Healing Circle Day. And technically, I am still doing this right after meditation because it was a day filled with peace and spirit and sound and silence and visualization and meditation. And oh, it was a day of renewal. Exactly what I needed, what I had been praying for, what I was guided to, and so grateful that I followed the Spirit and attended. But before I get into that wonderful blessing, this morning, right after I did my 4 a.m. ritual and fellowship with my god sister. 7:30, almost there. I don't even know if my face is in the picture. But we've been out here since 5:35. It's 7:26. The line is 5:30. Huge.
Oh, you delirious. You need some sleep.
And and I'm tired. Waiting outside in the cold at 5:30 in the morning until 8 was a test of faith, and I'm glad to say that I passed the test. Did it with the spirit of joy and thanksgiving and sacrifice, and knowing that it will bring joy to my little people. I'm truly grateful for that. And right after that, it was off. Like literally hop in the car from that and drive over to the One Life Institute Spirit, Sound, and Silence Retreat. What a wonderful organization to provide that space. I just want to give appreciations to One Life Institute for providing a sacred space where all felt comfortable and all felt in union with the divine, and all who are seeking and on that journey to the summit were able to come and fellowship with each other in words, in silence, in prayer, in community, and just the beacon of light that is right there in Oakland, California. So I'm grateful to them for providing that space and for it being right on time, just as everything God does is right on time. The experience was like one I never had. I'd never been to a meditation retreat or anything like that, even though I do meditate and practice prayer and community. Having it structured in that form with the beautiful harp music from Destiny Muhammad, the harpist from the hood, just that energy from the harp and that feeling, it really gets you into a place of centered, focused, and where you can really do some introspective work, some work on yourself. And that's what is truly needed, because when you work on yourself, you will find God in there. So that was great to just come in and be of peace and have a guide on my meditation journey, to ask some questions and to have some things be brought out of me. Some questions that I was even asking myself, but had yet to receive the answer. And thankfully, now and again, through God's grace, I was able to get some more clarity on issues of my health and issues of my vision and my path, and how the two are not separate. They are actually one and the same. And in me doing my work for God and doing my work and spreading the message of a love supreme is where my healing is. And spreading love, I get love, my body receives love, and I am healed from that. And to really grasp that concept today was a gift from God. It was nothing but a blessing, because that's the peace that I have been looking for and have been needing. So I'm truly grateful for that. Another aspect of the healing circle, is what I'm calling it, was 2 hours of silence, no talking, no talking for 2 hours. That's difficult in this day and age, but it was not difficult for me. I mean, at first I thought 2 hours of quiet. I had already been quiet sitting up here meditating, but it wasn't that sense of, oh, I don't want to do it. It was more a sense of, this is a challenge that I take on humbly and ask for the means and the privilege to be able to do it. And I received that. I received 3 poems while practicing silence. Uh, I was able to do physical stretches and exercises for my body to release some of the stress and strain in silence. I was able to sit and honor and respect a redwood tree and understand the beauty of nature, from the soil to the grass to the roots to the trees to the branches to the leaves to the bark to the history and to the constant growth that is in a redwood tree. And that's something that if I was speaking or trying to make conversation with people, I wouldn't have taken the time to notice. So that is a blessing. I think I need to practice silence daily. Set aside an hour a day where I am silent and listening to the call of the wind and to the breeze and to the birds and to the trees and to myself and to my heart and to God. So that's a practice that I will add on and continue to do. Another great first for me today was walking a labyrinth. Labyrinth was not a new concept to me. I knew what a labyrinth was. I had seen one. I believe that even in junior high, I might have even walked on one. But the way that it was presented today in the 3 steps of entering, and when you're entering toward the center, you ask for a release of something. And when you're in the center, you're there for receiving. And on the way out, you are in union with the source, with God, with the divine. And having that threefold um, equation to go in with really helped me. I started off on a small labyrinth because I was a little intimidated by the intricate one. And there was a little bit of anxiety, but that's what I wanted to release. And I just inwardly, silently walked each step saying, release, releasing anxiety, releasing fear, releasing pain, releasing doubt, releasing illness, releasing disease, releasing. And as I got closer to the center, those words couldn't even be formed in my mind anymore. They were completely gone. And it was I was open to receive because I had released all of those things that were holding me back. And so I was open to receive. And what I received was trust and love and strength and hope and wholeness and healing. And I felt it. And by the time it was time for me to exit out of the labyrinth, all I felt was gratitude. And each step was thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And my steps stayed in that pattern. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Each step was a thank you, God. Thank you, God. Walking in thanks, walking in gratitude. And that gave me the inspiration to write the poems. And then it gave me the courage to say, if I got that much from the little labyrinth, let me see what the intricate and detailed one is. And on that one, I really got an understanding of how the labyrinth is important in the spiritual journey, how it is a symbol of the spiritual journey. And I'll share just a little bit of what I wrote. The labyrinth is a symbol of a spiritual journey, a journey that must be taken with intention and care, a journey of focus and of listening ears. Entering the labyrinth started with anxiety and question. The path is not directly clear. Looking too far ahead can cause one to lose their footing. Balance is a must, and so is trust. Trusting each foot in front of the other to safely guide you to the center, the source, the peace. The labyrinth is a shared journey, yet individual. Many sojourners on the way. You can never tell if they are entering or exiting. Sometimes they are headed in the same direction, yet on an opposite course. Care and consideration are the norm. Space and closeness exist in one. Reaching the center brings an exhale, emptying out to fill up and receive. Hearing answers, requesting and receiving. Staying until complete and a peace. Exiting in thanks. Steps more sure, path more clear. Journey in and out, farther and near. Passers-by reconnect. entering back to the world with steady steps. That was truly the journey of the labyrinth for me. And I am so grateful. And now I'm looking forward to a wonderful Sunday. I'm not going to be able to attend service tomorrow, but I know that my spirit will be there and I will be playing my Coltrane here and bringing that union with those of my community, my church community, and giving thanks for them. And just continuing on the path and knowing that God has put me here for a great purpose. And I am stepping up to the challenge, no longer afraid, knowing that I have to stay centered, focused, and faithful, working with the collective for a great production. So I thank you for joining me on my journey to the summit. Once again, Marlee-I Mystic. You can follow me on Twitter at Marlee-I Mystic, and you can check out my blog where I'll be posting those 3 poems that I wrote, mysticmarlei.wordpress.com. And of course, I encourage you to check out the Coltrane Church, coltranechurch.org, and on Twitter at ColtraneAOC. Many blessings to you, sending you all the loving energy that I received today, all the healing energy that I received today, all the peace, all the love. I'm sending it out to the global community and wishing you peace, love, and perfection. A love supreme.